Right folks, I'm at a junction point. Different routes around the Rowberrow Warren. This is Rowberrow Warren I'm in. Dolbury Warren and Hillfort are over that way. And this is what's called Happy Valley, but all the trees are very much asleep still. They're not coming out at all. Now, a couple of weeks' time, this will be a completely different place. There'll be a canopy of green up here. Okay. These are not ash. I think these might be beech trees. I'm not sure. Mixed with a bit of pine. But this is what somebody termed Happy Valley. There's a horse rider I met a few years ago, and that's what she called this place. But of course, the men have been working here. The tracks have widened, making it easier to walk up actually. And of course, the other thing we get here, again towards the end of April, are the bluebells. So when I came here a couple of times before, at one time we weren't allowed up here, and I used to pass down there, and then I'd look up here and I think, oh, I'd love to go up there. Right folks, I've gradually come up the hill. Like I said, it's all looking very wintry still. So it'll be another month. This will be a completely different view, I'll tell you. It'll be absolutely lush green up here. A canopy of lush green trees. But I thought I'd like to come at different times of the year to see this place. It would be nice to have come in the snow. I went up on the Quantocks in the snow. Yeah, I got the sun right before me. It's nice and warm. I've bared my arms from the elbow downwards just to get a bit of vitamin D. I've got my light summer or spring walking trousers on, which are very light. They also dry out very quickly if it rains. That's what's good about these sort of walking trousers. They dry really quickly. Yeah, so we're getting ready for hopefully warmer weather, especially at night. So, for camping reasons. But it's Easter next weekend. It's come round so fast. Easter has come round so fast. I can't believe it. I mean, they've had Easter eggs on the shelf like they always do in Tesco's the day after Christmas. Boxing Day. The Easter eggs are out. I think the school holidays end on the 21st or 22nd or even 23rd of April, because you get in-service training for the teachers going on. Sometimes they get an extra day, some schools. So, seeing this sign, when I came up Happy Valley, there was that sign wasn't there. Anyway, it might apply to walking through the wood, I think, more than following the track. The track's basically clear, just I can't see any dangers. I haven't seen any big vehicles either, so they might have done so much here. But they have to put these signs up because they have big heavy equipment. The forestry people do, really big things, big, tank-like things. So they have to put them up to warn people. Anyway, but I think it was sort of pointing that way. I think the track was all right, but it wasn't. There wasn't one of those signs when I was coming up. It tells you there was some work going on, but it didn't have a warning sign. Anyway, we've come up what the horsewoman called Happy Valley. It's just one of many bridleways that appear. But they have put a lot of signs up. Forestry work, danger, through there, look. They are warning people. Now that particular warning sign there is because there are a couple of really deep holes. They used to have warning ribbon up around some of the holes. I don't know how deep they are. But just through the trees there is the area of outstanding natural beauty, which I haven't had a lot to do with over the winter. We're not up since Christmas. I don't think I've been on there at all since Christmas, or just before Christmas. So, and I won't be going on there today. I'm not going on the area of outstanding beauty, which is absolutely beautiful when the purple haze arrives, end of April, May, with the bluebells. It's just a purple haze. It's brilliant. So we're going to go up to a main track here, then we're crossing over and we're going up another little pathway because I'm heading for Rowberrow Camp today. It's the right conditions, not too much growth and not totally boggy, although it is, some of it is a boggy area, by the way. Some of it is boggy. And what I plan to do, well, it's a bit ad-lib. Well, I'll know what I'm doing when I get there. Are you still with me, everybody? So, I'm able to sort out all sorts of muddly things that are going on in the world and my life when I'm out. I can sort it all out. And things like that. Right then, I don't think I pressed the slow motion button. So, there's the area of outstanding natural beauty. I've just had a sip of water. I've wrapped my jumper around my waist. I've got my arms more exposed. I've seen some people walking down the parade over there. Looking all very bare at the moment. Not lush at all. Very bare. It's got a month to get some colour in it. And it will. Anyway, we're going up to the next gate. We're going towards what's called Rowberrow Camp. There's parts of it I've never been in, and I think you aren't encouraged to go in. So what I'm doing, there are a couple of main tracks that I could go along just to have a bit of a feel for the place. I did a little bit. Must have been before Christmas now. Yeah, so yeah, I'm now starting to look forward to my family tree trips. Now all I've got to do now is book somewhere and hope nothing drastic happens so that I couldn't go, or you know, you can never tell, but if I don't book I might not get a place. I think one of the sites has only got a room for four tents, and I want to be able to put my awning up. The idea is to take the awning now. It's just so I've got a bit more space, you know. Obviously I won't be able to cook in it, but I wouldn't do that anyway. Yeah, so I mean, I'll start loading up the car a bit at a time, because there's things like flasks I want to take. Anyway, I'll put that all on a separate video. This has always been a very boggy area here. And very, very dodgy going in anywhere like that, because you don't know what's in there. There's any holes, or, you know, it's humpy bumpy, there's snakes. Through there. See all that snake? That's all adder country with all that bracken like that. It's a good time to go, like I said, because you can see everything at the moment. You can see how boggy this is. I remember this bit. I've done it before. The other side, there's a fence, but the other side is where the horses and the cattle can come and drink out of this sort of pondy, lakey thing. And of course there were Exmoor ponies up here. They took a family of them but I don't know if they stayed. I only seen them once, and then they seemed to go. So I don't know if they're still there. I bet they miss Exmoor. It's only a small bit of land, really, this bit. But here we've got, I'll turn off so I can take some photos. But here we've got a muddy sort of swallet ditchy thing. And the cattle can come down, and they do, and drink, and the horses. It's a watering hole, and it's here all year. And it does seem to always have water in it. Now, the thing is with me, there's different paths going here, there and everywhere. I got to keep going till I come to, I think, what's a gate. Alright? Right, I'm going to turn off for a minute. I'm going to get the codec out, won't I? Right. I decided I might wander down here. Because I got a feeling I was coming up this track, but didn't get this far. And I'm not quite sure if there is a gate. I'm not quite sure. That might just take me down to, as if I was going to leave the area of outstanding beauty, which I've done before. So what I thought, this looks more main. So I thought I'd do this. I think this is the track I nearly came along. And all this beyond here, everyone, will be the Rowberrow Camp, where all these tall trees are. But there are other tracks that I know I can get up. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to keep to the main tracks. I'm not going off track at all. This is Christmas tree country. And yeah, what it was when I came up before, I'd already done quite a hike. So I didn't even come up as far as this, but I did come up quite a bit of a way. And I remembered, but I always thought there was another gate there. And I think there might be. That's the problem. But I don't want to go wandering all down there and there isn't one. So what I'll do, I'm going to do a lot of up and down. I don't mind. That's what today's for. Exploring the boundaries. Basically. Is it? Yeah. Exploring the boundaries. I might have to put my jumper back on in a minute, because this looks deep, dark and spooky. Yeah, it could be. It could be when I go back up another track in a minute, I will end up that where that gate is. But the only way to find out is to actually do the walking. And that's what I'm doing. And of course they tend to have them in plots. You'll go so far over, you will come to another pathway like this, like I'm on now. They don't go on and on and on. There will be another separation. They separate the trees for fire risk reasons. Just see what's around this corner, because I've got a feeling I've got to like here. I think I might have even looked up here and then went back. Really? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon it is. I reckon I got to about here a couple of months back. Got to about here and thought, no, I'll leave that. So anyway, we've come down it, and there's some light through there. We'll probably be going up another path. We're doing a bit of what I call zigzagging today. So I'm going to go down here. I've got my arms exposed. I'm in the sunshine now. I've got these beautiful Christmas trees. And I can remember at one time when I used to walk down here in the past, right in the distance you could see Steep Home and Breen Down. And I always thought I took photos. So I might get the Kodak out, because with the Kodak, yeah, I can see something now. With the Kodak, I can zoom in, you see. So when I get to that overhanging branch, I'm going to get the Kodak out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Now that, if you can hear the banging, that's the quarry, that's Cheddar Quarry, where I passed the other day, Friday, just 2 days ago. That banging is them using dynamite to blast the rock. Yeah, I can just about see it's either steep home or I'm going to take a picture from here with this. Over and out a minute.